1993, Colonel West was named U.S. Army ROTC Instructor of the Year. In November of 2010, Allen was elected to United States Congress, representing Florida's 22nd District. As a member of the 112th Congress, he sat on the Small Business and Armed Services Committees and was instrumental in the passage of the 2011 and 2012 National Defense Authorization Acts. In 2016, West was appointed by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick to the Texas Sunset Advisory Board, and just this year in 2020, he was elected chairman of the Republican Party of Texas by an overwhelming majority of the state delegates.
Commissioner Miller, thank you so much for being here. Representative Zettler, future representative and mayor, pleasure, and future mayor of Burleson, Texas. You know, it was just 185 years ago, yesterday, that a dream was started. When a few ordinary men came out and met the Mexican cavalry at a place called Gonzales, Texas. The Mexican cavalry showed up 185 years ago yesterday, and they wanted a cannon back because they were fearful of this thing about liberty and freedom. Santa Anna was a brutal Mexican dictator. And those few ordinary men came out and they whispered those words. There's a battle cry in Texas today. They said, "Come and take." Fast forward to where we are today. When you think about the intrusion of progressive socialism into the great state of Texas, when you think about the fact that just this past week, a bunch of Hollywood elites have started their new campaign saying that we're going to take Texas, we're going to turn Texas blue. $38 for 38 electoral votes. They got to come here, and they got to take it. But what we see happening all across the great state of Texas is in our major urban population centers is run by the left. It's run by people that don't have our same principles and values. I've been down in Austin the last couple of days and said, you know exactly what you see when you go down in Austin. You don't see Texas. If anything, you see and you smell San Francisco. And I'm serious about that since I'm being Texas. But when you pull off of I-35 and you see that homeless situation, that's not Texas. When you walk into a city that's been defunded, they're policed by $150 million. All of a sudden, a 60% increase in violent crime in our capital city. When you have an independent school district that votes unanimously 9-0 to not teach our kids critical thinking skills, not teach our kids the skills they need to be productive in Texas so that they can learn the math, learn the science, be able to communicate. No, they want to teach them a sex education curriculum that is pornographic in nature. There's signs on I-35 say, "Welcome to the city of Austin, enter at your own risk." Austin was once known as the live music capital of the world. 90% of the live music establishments in Austin, Texas now are gone. You walk down 6th Street and it's boarded up. Now why is that so important? Because as the left comes in and they take over our major population centers, then the next thing they do, they spread out into the county. And when they spread out to the county and take that county, then they spread out to the adjacent counties. And I know that Representative Zettler knows what I'm about to say. If you think about what happened 2 years ago, Tarrant County, Senator Ted Cruz did not even win Tarrant County. And what's the county north of y'all? This is why we need an ordinary man, just the same as the ordinary men who stepped out 185 years ago to do something extraordinary that allows and enables us to be here where we are today. That's why it says in the Bible, Pastor Bruce, that God does not call the equipped. He equips those that He calls. So don't ever sit and think that you're not ready to be here. The men and women, the families that will step up so that this young boy sitting over here can have a bright future. Because that's what it's all about. Not about what we do, what we achieve, what we attain, the titles that we earn. It's about what we pass on and And that's what you're seeking to do here for Burleson, Texas. I don't want to see a Democrat in any elected office in the great state of Texas. That's my goal. As long as we continue to have people decide with the rule of the mob, as long as we continue to have people to stand up for chaos and violence, as long as we have people that believe that you're not smart enough to be able to govern yourself and control your own resources, I want them out of elected office. And thank you so much for stepping up and to get this stuff together. Facebook post out about me coming down here?
And I didn't see it because I've been busy this morning.
You know something? It ain't bad. Well, you know something? I want them to be afraid. I want them to fear us. That's why the motto of the Texas GOP is we are the storm. Because the storm is going to blow through Texas, and it's going to blow every single one of these progressive socialists that you know what out of Texas. Because we will not have them in here taking the greatest gift that God gave the United States of America. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. I was born in Georgia. I went to the University of Tennessee. But when I go down to the Alamo, and I look at some of those figures on the cenotaph, I see Jim Cooley, born and raised in Georgia. I see David Crawford, a former member of the United States House of Representatives from Tennessee. And why did they come here? They came here for a time such as it was 185 years ago. Men and women are always drawn to the Lone Star. Men and women are drawn to the Lone Star because of what it represents, that aura, that atmosphere, that rugged individualism, that indomitable entrepreneurial spirit, like the business that you created. That's why men and women are drawn here. But shame on us if in this moment we don't stand and make sure we preserve that legacy that was founded 185 years ago when they stepped out and said, we will not surrender, we will not be subjugated, we will not submit to tyranny, we will not fall down on our knees before a dictator. That's your legacy as Texas. That's our legacy. That's who we are. We have fight in us. And now we're called. 25 million Christians did not vote. Voter registration ends on Monday. If there's a place to make sure that people are registered to vote, and we get enough to vote, it's in our churches. All these people out there in California talking about turning Texas blue. Christians, I want you to understand something. No churches are open in California. The Christians, when you talk about the electrical grid, when you talk about being the light, if you unplug, if you don't put your energy back into this building, this incredible place that we call Texas, this incredible place that we call America, if you pull your plug out, then we go into darkness. 25 million can't sit out this election in 2020. And I don't want to see anyone sit down in Burleson, Texas. You got a challenge before you. I want you all to wake up on November the 4th and have a big smile on your face. It's not that we just kind of inch right by, because we got to win beyond what I call the margin of cheating. Anything 4% below, that stuff's going to happen. Stuff's going to show up in trunks of cars, on tractor trailers, and every kind of place. All these mail-in ballots that are floating around, even out here in Texas. You got to do like my mom and dad used to do with me when I didn't act right. They took you out behind the woodshed. This is talking about a woodshed buffalo that we got to put on the left here in Texas. We got to put him on in Burleson. You got to send this guy home and let him send a message. They ain't playing no more in Burleson, Texas. There's going to be a new era in time. This will be a great man, and I expect great things from him in the future. And Nancy again, it ain't easy, but God bless you for being that woman that stands beside this incredible man in a time such as this. And to your son and daughter sitting back there, thank you. You should be very proud of your dad, because not too many people will step up and go through the crucible of politics in America today. because it's the playground of the incompetent. And that's why they call you names, because they can't figure anything out. Ladies and gentlemen, just down the road, not too far away from here, on the 23rd of May, 5:04 p.m. on I-35 coming north, in the city of West Texas. God has a sense of humor. I got clipped on a motorcycle going 75 miles per hour. Any of you all that know something about motorcycle riding, you know that I should not be standing here today. But that's the grace of God. And now I'm praying that the grace of God looks down upon us here in Texas. Because so goes Texas, so goes America. And so goes America, so goes the world. Therefore, so goes Texas, the Lone Star State, the one star that illuminates the other 49 on that flag. So goes the world. God bless you all. God keep you. Make this man your mayor. Thank you. Amen.